Hello students, I am your science teacher Safia. Today I am going to explain another topic, that is, what do animals eat? Usually, what kind of food do we eat? We eat all fruits, vegetables, meat, dairy products, etc. So we know what kind of food we are eating and how we are able to eat. We have our hands to collect the food and we have different mechanisms for eating the food. But what do animals eat? What kind of food is eaten by the animals? And based on that, how we can categorize them? And as well as what is their mechanism to take the food into their body. So let us find out everything regarding the food taken by the animals in the lesson, what do animals eat. So first of all, let us start with a simple explanation, like it's a simple questions which you can answer. Okay, so there is a student who had a pet dog. So that pet dog, he used to play with that pet dog. So whenever he used to throw a ball, that dog used to jump and catch the ball. And whenever he used to throw a biscuit, he used to catch that, he used to sniff it, sniff. What dogs will do usually, you will see in movies. If you have a pet dog, you can observe it. If not, if you don't have a pet dog, then you would have seen in the movies and the TV shows that dog, they will be taking some cloth or something. Usually in CID you can see, in the case of any kind of police department involved cases, they will be showing some piece of cloth or something, then dog will smell it. That is called as sniffing. Okay, dog will sniff that cloth and it will catch that person. That is because dog has very sharp smelling sense of smelling is very sharp in the dog. So what dog will used to do, whenever he used to throw a biscuit, dog used to catch it, sniff it, and as it is a eating thing, dog used to eat that biscuit. And same way, if you throw a piece of stick, the dog used to catch it and it used to simply throw it or bring it to the master. So that means he have observed that the dog will sniff the substances, and after sniffing, if it is eatable, then he used to eat it. If it is not eatable, he doesn't eat. In the same way, if I give a cup of milk to the dog, what dog will do? It will smell it first, it will sniff. It will sniff, then after sniffing, it will start licking the milk with the help of its tongue. In this way, that means dog has a sense of smelling. Based on sense of smelling, dog can smell. So what I think you got here, we won't do like that. What we'll do is first see that thing, what is the thing, whether it's eatable or not. If it is eatable, then we will taste it. If it is good, then we will eat it. We doesn't use our sense of smell, we use our sense of vision. So in this, that means different animals use a different senses that we are going to discuss here. First of all, taking in food. Taking in food, that means what kind of food will be eaten up by the different animals. You can see in our surroundings different kinds of animals are present, like you can see dogs, cats, squirrels, spiders, many are there, right? You can see all those animals, even cattle is present, all the animals. You have to make a list of all those animals and try to write what kind of food is eaten by those animals. For example, first one is hen. Hen will eat the grains and the worms. So second one is dog. Dog will eat the meat and all food items. Third is, let us take lizard. Lizard will be crawling on the wall, so lizard will be eating insects. Okay. Then ants. Ants will eat food items. Sugar, etc. all will come in this one. Cattle, like cow. Cattle is cow. Cow, what it will eat? It will eat grass. Then next is human beings. That means humans, we. What do we eat? Okay, why I am writing in this animals means because human beings are called as evolved animals. Human beings are called as evolved animals. Because according to the scientist Charles Darwin, we came from the apes. That means we came from monkeys. So according to him, we are evolved animals. We have learned, we have got the discipline and everything. We have learned the manners. But there is no difference between apes and human beings. He thought only difference is that of manners. So we are considered as evolved animals. So humans will eat both plants and animals. Like we'll eat all leafy vegetables or vegetables, and then animals in a sense chicken, mutton. If not that, you'll eat fish. Okay, if not even fish, you'll eat the dairy products, animal products, like you'll use milk which is obtained from the animal. We'll use honey which is obtained from the honeybee. In this way, we can classify the animals and based on their food item. So here you see I wrote some of the examples here. Some animals will eat only the plants. Like here you can see cow. Cow will eat only grass. Buffalo will also eat only grass. That means green plants only. Giraffe, elephant will also eat only plants. In the same way, if you see dog, dog will eat only the other animals, flesh of other animals. Dog will eat meat, meat, and it will eat all the food items. Even it can be either dairy or it can be that. So next one, lizard. It is eating insects. That means it is also depending on other animals. And in case of human beings, we eat both plants and animals. Both are eaten by us. Not only human beings, but even hedgehogs, even bears. Okay, they all eat plants and animals. That means, so based on the type of food eaten by the animals, animals are divided into three groups. That is, first one is herbivores. So what are herbivores? Herbivores are the animals which will eat only the plants. Then animals which eat only the plants are called as herbivores. Examples of these herbivores are all the cattle, cow, buffalo, camel, deer, etc. All these are the animals which eat only plants. These animals are called as herbivores. Animals which depend on plants for food are called as herbivores. Next one is the carnivores. Opposite of herbivores is the carnivores. So what are carnivores? Animals which depend on other flesh, other animals. Animals which depend on other animals for the food are called as carnivores. Examples of carnivores are lion, tiger, fox, etc. That means maximum all the wild animals comes under carnivores, because these animals depending on the flesh of other animals for the sake of food are called as carnivores. And the other type of animals are omnivores. Omnivores are a group of animals which depend on both plant and animal. So here already yesterday we have discussed about one example. Okay, I'll say what it is. So what is the definition of omnivores? The animals which depend on both plants and animals for the sake of food are called as omnivores. First example and a good example are the humans. We people are omnivores because we eat plant and we eat animal as well. So we can, for the sake of our food, we depend on both plants and animals. So we are the example of omnivores, and we are omnivorous animals. Next, bear, hedgehog, etc. are the omnivores. So based on the type of food eaten by the animals, animals are categorized into three categories, that is herbivores, carnivores and omnivores. Animals which depend on only plants for the sake of food are called as herbivores. Examples: animals which depend on other flesh of other animals for the sake of food are called as carnivores. Animals which depend on both plant and animal for food are called as omnivores. Examples are given. So we know that animals have different mechanisms to track down the food and to eat it. So let us know about those all in detail. So we are going to discuss about what mechanisms from tracking down food to eating it. As we have discussed, there are three categories of animals. So as there are three categories of animals, there will be difference in tracking down the food and eating it. So now let us learn one by one. So we first of all tracking down. How animals will track down the food. So in our surroundings, plants and animals are the source of tracking down the food. Plants and animals are the source of food in our surroundings. Okay, like us, animals also depend on these sources of food. But there are different mechanisms involved in tracking down the food. So as one animal can use different senses, and whereas one animal can use only one sense of smelling, or one sense which is more developed than the other one. So to understand it better, I'll take some examples. The first example will be of dog. What do you think? Which kind of sense is used by the dog to locate its food? What it will do? First of all, it should see the food. If you want to eat the food, then what you have to do? You have to see the food. In the same way, dog will also see the food. How it will locate the food? It will search for the food, right? How its searching will be completed? Which sense will be used in searching the food? That is sense of smelling. In dog, sense of smelling. How it will search the food? By smelling. That is what? Sniffing. Dog sniffs. Our dog will do sniffing. So as it sniffs, it will find out its food. That is how dog will track down the food, by sniffing. Which sense is more powerful in the dog? That is sense of smelling than sense of taste or sense of vision. This is in the case of dog. Another example is of vulture. You have seen vulture, right? Where vulture will be? It will be flying high in the sky. Then how? It will fly high in the sky, but the food is on the ground. It will search its food on the ground. How it is possible? That means one of the senses is more powerful than the other one. So in vulture, sense of vision. Sense of vision is seeing. It can see things clearly from very far. You see, it is flying high in the sky. Right? From there it is able to find out, it is able to search the food. That is because its sense of vision is very sharp. That means it can see the objects very clearly. So sense of vision is very sharp in the vulture. So vulture will use sense of vision. In the same way, different animals will use different sense. Like I said, dog in this way, what is this? Vulture. And the other example will be of reptiles. This is vulture. Okay, reptiles will use sense of taste. See, we have 5 sense organs. As we have 5 sense organs, what are those 5 sense organs? Eyes, ears, nose, tongue and skin. So these 5 sense organs are useful for sensing, to know or to feel, right? We have different senses. So these animals will use different sense. Like sense of smelling will be used by the dog. Sense of vision is used by the vulture. And the same way, sense of taste will be used by the reptiles. Reptiles in the sense which can crawl. The animals which will crawl are reptiles. Lizards, chameleon, crocodiles are reptiles. So these reptiles will depend on sense of taste. They will taste, and if the taste is good, they will go on eating that food. Next one is bats. You know bats? Bats, what is the sense? Which sense is used by bats? Sense of hearing. Sense of hearing. Bats will have good sense of hearing. That bats are called as nocturnals. What is meant by nocturnal? Nocturnal animals. Animals which will search their food in the night, in the dark, are called as nocturnal. So bats are nocturnal. Worksheet for this is you have to write the definition of herbivores, then carnivores and omnivores. With examples. So first of all you write today's, the date, then you have to write definition of herbivores, like side reading into herbivores. Animals which depend only on plants for the sake of food are called as herbivores. Examples you have to write. Then carnivores, the animals which depend only on other animals for the sake of food are called as carnivores. The examples you have to write. Then omnivores, animals which depend on both plants and animals for the sake of food are called as omnivores.